Okay, so this is the unit. This plugs in to this, which plugs in here. So this plugs into there. For power. And then this closes, and then this footstool is actually what will make this drum spin if this is not in the off position. So it needs to be either rotating this way or this way. So see if it's in the off position, which is in the middle. And if I push the pedal, nothing happens. But if this is rotating one way, it'll rotate when I'm pressing the foot pedal, or it'll rotate the other way, clockwise or counterclockwise. This thing here is the RPMs, minus plus. So as I'm hitting the push pedal, this is the slowest it'll rotate. And then if I move it to the right, it'll rotate faster. If I'm facing the machine this way, right, and this goes out that way towards the clog, as the line is going out, I want it to be to the right. I want it to be circulating. I want this thing to be to the right, not the left. Very important. So that I can go down the kinks and corners more easily. And I don't want this on the highest RPM. I want it pretty close to slow. Yeah, so I want this on the right side, and I want this pretty close to slow. Pretty much almost all the way on slow. As this thing goes in, down the line. This is really mostly a manual. This is really mostly a manual feed. It's not going to auto feed. The spinning of it is just to kind of help it go down any kinks or turns or corners more easily in the pipes. And once you get to the, once it gets stuck in the object itself, the spin will help get it, kind of work through whatever the block is. But to feed it in, it's a manual process, and to pull it back out, it's 100% a manual process. So you want to make sure that, let me just show you. So this thing should be pretty loose. You don't want it tight. If you tighten it all the way to the right, this thing is gonna get stuck. The only times you wanna do that, it's rare, is if this thing is really stuck in a blockage, it's stuck in a block, and you wanna tighten this all the way so that this is not going to retract in and out, and you want to spin this really quickly. So that the tip will loosen up whatever's stuck. But that's the only time you want to close this. You never want to close it when you're feeding it in and out, because it's going to break it. So you want this, when you're feeding it in and out, you want this to be loose so that this can come out and so that it can go back in. So basically, this part is going to manually keep feeding it out, just continue to pull it down the pipes. At some point it's going to get stuck, usually around a bend. When you get to a point in a piping that might be like 90 degrees, it's going to get stuck, And so at that point, the way you get through the bends is through the slight turning of this. Slight turning of this. As you feed it. So you want to keep feeding it like that through the bend, clockwise. See how it's moving clockwise right now? So it's moving clockwise, and you want to keep feeding it and feeding it clockwise. And you might have to play with it a little bit, but eventually if you keep feeding it clockwise slowly like this, it'll go through whatever, you know, little kink is in the pipes. Let me see what else. Once you hit the actual, you know, if you hit something that's the actual like block, the best way to dislodge it, there's two ways. One is to just keep pulling this back and forth like this. Basically, just by pulling it back and forth like that, you are going to dislodge it manually, which is the best way, is just to manually dislodge it. It can also be helpful to run the RPMs, if it's when it's in the block 2, you can run it at the block site, which will help. That'll help it also. So you can use a combo of running the IPM and then just kind of going like this, in, out, in, out, in, out. You do like a combo of both to dislodge it. Then when you're done and you want to retract it, you want to pull it back. If it's stuck, you can switch it to the left side, which was make it going to spin the other way. But that's just to get it out of the stuck. You actually don't want to run the motor and retract it at the same time. Very important, because it could kink it in here. And if it gets kinked in here, it's basically broken. It's going to ruin this whole cord thing. So very important when you're pulling it back out of the pipe. It's just a manual process. It's very easy. You just keep, make sure this is obviously loose, and it's just very easy. It should literally go all the way back on its own. As you may notice, I'm touching this with my hands because I keep this clean, and the way that I keep that clean is as I'm pulling it back, I'll have a cloth rag that's like moist with some soap on it, and I'll hold with one hand the cloth rag on this as I'm pulling with the other hand back in here, so that it's cleaning the cable as it goes back in this. So please do that to keep it clean. I don't want to store it with a bunch of junk and nasty stuff in there. Another way to do it is to, that's the easiest way to do it, but another way to do it is to not pull it back into here, but just pull it out, clean the whole thing, and then, out of the pipe, pull the whole thing out of the pipe, but not directly back in here, just, on the floor. And then you can clean it that way manually, just clean the whole thing like this first. And then once the whole line is clean, then you can push it back in there. Either way is fine. The last thing is the tip. To change the tip, as you can see, there's 5 tips. 2 of these are basically the same. There's no difference. And then there's this one is different, and then here there's 2 more tips. There's a little tip guide here. It's pretty self-explanatory, but one of them is for the one that there's 2 of is for kind of just most obstructions, everyday stuff. The one that looks like this is for grease blocks. The spade tip. This one is for, you know, kind of like really, really tough big ones that you want to like break through. And this last one, which is this one, it's very wide, is a retrieving tool, which means if there's something that's stuck in there that you actually want to retrieve and pull out, you would use that one. In most situations, you don't really want to retrieve. You want to just break it up and keep flushing it down. But in some cases, you do want to retrieve it. Obviously, you can try more than one if it's not working. The way that you put the tips in is this comes back. This comes back, pulls all the way back, see? This pulls all the way back, and then you would take the tip, slide it in there, and then once the tip is all the way in, then this will come back over the, you know, over it. So this part here, as you can see, that part there will slide into this part when this is, can't really do it because I'm holding the phone, but let's see, this part will go like, and it'll look like that. And then this needs to, yeah, and then this needs to come back up and cover needs to cover that part so that it doesn't fall off and get lost. So I'll just leave that one on, but if you want to change any of them to the other ones, that's how you would basically change it. And feel free to call with any questions.